Hello, everyone. This is your PEA President, Stephanie Yocum, here to talk about our support staff tentative agreement for salaries. Woo! So we settled with the district last Thursday, October 5th, for all three contracts. So I wanted to take some time to go through the salary pieces for the support staff contract. So that's our paraeducator and our educational support personnel contracts. All right, so let's dig in. So there is other language pieces that are included in this tentative agreement that I won't go through all of them today. When you get the district email tomorrow, Thursday, the 12th of October, you should go through the articles that have changed, go through the executive summaries that we've written in each contract so that you can see what's changed. Some of it's language cleanup. Some of it's really awesome language that we've added, like to our secretary contract for educational incentives, so that the district will pay for your college if you're going into education, just like we do in our para contract. So that's now mirrored in both the secretary and the para contract. And while bargaining is a give and take, the district didn't get 100% of what they wanted. We didn't get 100% of what we wanted for our bargaining units. It's a compromise, right? So we think the salary part of this is really amazing. And so some of the language pieces, we'll continue to chip away at. But in order to do that, we need everybody standing side to side together so that our union as a collective can continue to be at the table with our district. And to do that, our support staff contracts must be at 60%. We turn in our paperwork to the state for certification right when we get back from winter break. And so if we want to continue negotiating these contracts and having a seat at the table, and while bargaining is never perfect for either side, we have a seat to continue to fight for things like getting, our financial secretaries allocated into schools that maybe don't have them yet, or getting supplements. Those are the types of things that we can continue to fight for. Moving people pay grades as we're doing job description reviews. Those are the things that our union can continue to fight for if we remain certified as the bargaining agent. But we must be at 60%. So when these salary retros get paid out, we're tentatively looking at the end of November. We need you to join PEA so that we can continue to grow our strength and our voice, not only at the table, but in all aspects of our professions, because what we need is what kids need. And that's what we're here to do. So with that said, let's dig in to the salary agreement. One thing that we want to point out is that in both support staff contracts, longevity supplement is increasing from $37 a month if you get it to $45 a month. And that stacks. Once you're at 15 years with the district, every 5 years, that stacks up. So, if you've been here 20, 30, 35, some of you 40 years, this is real money once it starts to stack up like that. Most of our support staff pay grades are moving 3 levels down their schedule after the first pay level is broken up. So the way you'll read it, and you need to look at your individual pay grade, individual levels to see where you're going to move, because these aren't flat dollar amounts. They're not flat percentages. They can't be while we break up the compression at the top at the beginning of the schedule. And so you're going to need to go to staff portal, make sure that you have your correct pay grade. So like, are you in PGO1 or the FSRS or PAO7? Make sure you have your pay grade and your pay level so that you can look at the charts and see where you're going to individually move. All right. And so we also have consistent pay schedule across both contracts. And what I mean is that over the last couple of years, as we've had to move the minimum wage from $8.56 and $9.12 an hour to $11 and then $11 to $15, what happened was we had to pretty much lop off the tops of those schedules, the beginning part of those schedules, because the legislature, our state, did not give us enough money to just roll everybody down the same amount of money. So we now have reformed and redone these schedules to make them clear and consistent to where they're all now pay level A, which is the first one. M is the last one, which would be the top of the schedules. And so you'll see A through M in every single pay grade across the 2 support staff contracts. So that as you move pay grades or as you move between the secretary and the para contract, you can better understand where you're going to be placed. And so that's a huge thing now. So there's no more guessing involved with that. Now, what you're going to need to do as a current employee is that when you are looking at, and I'm going to just hold the tentative agreement up here, what you're going to see in your contract, current employees are going to have to look at this chart right here to see how they move. What you see down here, when you see years, that's a new hire placement. And so we have to break up current employees, and then we created a new hire. So anybody coming in after ratification is going to be placed by this. And then this is how our current employees are going to be placed. Because we also know right now, systematically, to nobody's real fault, it's a system limitation, that the years of experience in SAP staff portal are incorrect. The personnel on the district side have to roll those over manually for 14,000 employees. And so they're working on that as they're migrating to a new system. So you need to make sure that you're looking at, when you're looking at years of experience, you're going to have to do a little bit of math and look at your seniority date for your contract to see where you are. If you think your seniority date's wrong, that's when you need to contact HR through an incident IQ ticket. And we can help you and assist you with that as well. So I want to go through some examples for you guys. So the first one we're going to look at is in the para contract. But what you'll find is that most of the pay grades follow a similar pattern. I'm going to show you one that doesn't after this. But most of the pay grades follow this same kind of pattern. So the first pay level will be broken up. So in the PEA 07, F is the first pay level. Some pay levels you might have A. Some pay levels you might have, it starts at L, because of the way we lopped off to 15. So look at your first pay level. That's the pay level that's being broken up. In our PEA 07 pay schedule, which is our CDATs and some of the other early childhood positions are in that pay schedule. PEA 07F has 0 to 20 years of experience collapsed into that pay level. So we break up that pay level. After that pay level is broken up, if you're on the second pay level, and in this case G, or down, you're moving 3 levels. So for example, this is current F to top, and then now we're going to the uniform A through M. So G, you would move over to B, and then you'd go 1, 2, 3 level moves. So you would be at the new E. And so you would want to look at the chart here in your tentative agreement that you'll get tomorrow with this video, and you'll see where new E is, and it's broken out by hourly rate and then annualized based on your working hours for your annual hours that you work. And so you'll be able to see how much you move. Now, if you're at the top, we moved the top to M, but a lot of our pay grades also got enhancements within the schedule. So you're seeing a pretty good raise at the top, which is what we needed to do, right? Because a lot of our folks at the beginning of the schedules over the last 3 years have seen significant movement, while our veteran staff haven't seen as much movement. And so we need to start to flip that so that our veteran staff see the movement that the beginning of the schedules have seen over the last couple of years. And so that's the intent there, but it's very different kind of through each pay grade because each pay grade is different. And so you're going to need to look at where you're at now, where the chart says you're going to move, and then what your new hourly rate and annualized rate would be. And then another example in our secretary contract is our FSRS. And so when we created this, we started at A. And so this one right now, it's currently, we have it A through M. Current example, if you're at E, you would move 3. So you'd go 1, 2, 3. You'd be moving from E to H. And so you'll want to make sure that you're looking at which letter you're currently on and where the chart says that you're moving for current employees to get your hourly rate. And because like in this example, in the FSRS, you have an 11-month lane and a 12-month lane, you're going to want to make sure that you're looking at the right lane for your 11 or 12 month, because some of our support staff pay grades are set up that way. And so if you have questions, once you see this tomorrow about where you currently are and where the tentative agreement says you're going to move, please do not hesitate to talk to your building rep on campus or at your work site, or call the office or email us. We will be more than happy to answer those questions for you and to make sure that you know where you're going to be. And so when you get the email tomorrow, again, make sure that you click on your contract, look at the articles that are changing, that have changes in them, and then go through that so that you know what's changing, what's, being stricken through, what's being added, and look at the salary grids so that you know where you're going to move. And so voting will start, this will be advertised tomorrow. Voting will start on Tuesday through Friday of next week. And the board is scheduled to vote on this on the 24th. And then right now, the timeline is looking, and it should stay this way, that end of November check is when we're going to see the retro payout to your first contract date and the salary enhancements at the end of November check, right in time for the winter break. So if you have any questions, let us know. We are here to help you out with this and to make sure you understand. We are very proud of this agreement. And while we didn't get the 3-year agreement that we had originally proposed, this is a great start. And your union has the ability to come back year after year as long as we're at 60% and have a certified contract. So make sure that you join PEA today so that we can continue to build our power and strength at the bargaining table and statewide. Thank you so much, guys. PEA strong. And let us know if you have any questions. We'll talk to you later.